Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this quick and easy quilt label. This is how I have been making it lately, so stay with me. Okay, here I'm ironing because I had washed it a little bit because it still had pencil marks that I had put on there so that my embroidery would be fairly straight. How I will be constructing this is putting a border around the label and then using that as sort of a frame for the label, and it's the same color as the backing of the quilt. Here I'm cutting the label a little bit, just making it smaller because I had to make it bigger when I embroidered it. So I think I made it 5.5 by 7.5. I'm cutting the pieces for the border 1.5 by, well, the 5.5 side, and then the other side, the longer side, I believe was 9.5 by 1.5 inches wide. I have finally finished cutting these border pieces to size, and here I'm sewing them onto the label. And this is what it looks like after I finished putting all the borders around the label. Okay, so I have put the borders all around, and what I'm doing now, I'm folding each corner as if I'm going to miter it. And then I fold the top over onto the sewing line that I had on the other side to put the border on. And so it comes out, it doesn't come out like a true miter corner. It has a little bit of a slant to it, which I will show you in a minute. So this is what it will be. This is what it will look like. And I think it looks nice that way because it's a little bit slanted and it gives it a different sort of a rounded look, but not quite a rounded look, which I like. So what I'm going to do next is maybe just to hold the frame, let's say the frame, because this does look like a frame around the label. I'm just maybe going to just put a basting stitch all around here, and then when I put the label on the quilt, I'll sew it with a maybe an embroidery stitch of some kind, so it will look fairly nice, I hope. But we'll see. And so let me continue on. I'll just do that. I'll put a basting stitch all around here so that I can remove it later on. And then when I sew the label onto the quilt, I'll sew it on with an embroidery stitch of some kind. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It looks like a little frame around the label, so my next step is to sew it onto the quilt. Okay, so I have decided that instead of an embroidery stitch, I will just be using a straight stitch, and I have changed the foot to a walking foot because I'm just sewing it right on the back. I decided to put it on the bottom left in the back of the quilt, and I'm just going to be stitching it. I know it'll show on the front, but I think that's the easiest way for me. and I don't think the quilting police will get after me, I don't think. So that's it. Instead of hand stitching it, which takes a longer time, I could just do it this way and be done with the quilt, and this way I can wash it and gift it to the little boy that I made it for. I'll show you the final results when I finished stitching it. Okay, and I've sewn the label on, and this is what it looks like. It looks pretty good, I think. I just hope that the pencil marks I used when I quilted, when I embroidered the information on it will come off in the wash. So hope you give this a try. I think it's very easy. I think it's much easier than just sewing it on, but that's just my personal preference. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.